Hey everybody, my name is Chantel Stewart, and I am the owner of Cherish Healthcare in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I want to give a really quick testimony about how I got to the point in my life where I am now, how I became the owner of an entire healthcare organization. So I spent 10 years in the Army. I got out of the Army thinking like, you know what? I love the Army. I love my friends. I love my Army life. But there was something bigger that I wanted to accomplish. So when I got out, I went to nursing school. And then after nursing school, you start working in a hospital, but your days are so long and taxing. Your 12-hour shifts becomes 15, 16, 17-hour days. So I really wanted to take control of my life and still have that financial freedom. So I needed time freedom and financial freedom at the same time, with little or no cost to sacrificing my health, right? So what I did was I started doing some research on home healthcare agencies, like things that I can do as a nurse, or, at that time it was still like CNA work. So I came across the Alan Chaney's program, and long story short, I wish I would have done this program 4 years ago, because after this program, my life changed. Actually, I can't even say after the program. So with this program, I was able to do step by step everything I needed to do to get it set up. So it's not like going to business school. I didn't want to go to get a bachelor's in business, because what happens at business school? You start taking a theology class, then you'll need an art class, then you'll need an English class. I'm like, can y'all just show me what I need to know so I can get going with my business, right? So once I decided, like, you know what, I looked up the program, I watched all the webinars on YouTube, everything that I could find, and then I saw a testimony video from Maya, really sweet, really shy Maya, and I'm like, okay, that's giving some good insight on what I can look forward to with the program. So I just kept reviewing. Then I reached out to Alan, and I was like, before I reached out, I added him as a friend, like one of his business programs on my Facebook page. So I was watching. It probably took me maybe about 6 to 8 months, because I had to make sure that this was a good program for me, fit my life, fit my budget, fit my time, right? So once I purchased once I called Alan, and he was like, listen, this is what you get. You get the private Facebook group. It's the support. You get the information. You can ask questions. And just by me being able to call him, he returned my call, and we had a conversation. Immediately, I felt comfortable. I knew that this was something that I would have not only his support, but how many other people is he supporting through this process, so we can all work together. And I was just thinking, like, this is perfect for me. So I just jumped out there. I said, you know what? I got off the phone with him, and I purchased it immediately that day. So I was still working a job. So once I got home, got my daughter settled, and I began my first module. So I have an entire notebook. I'm a very organized, strategic planner. And people who know me know I am kind of like, I'm a little OCD, but in a good way. So let me show you the notes that I take listening to, just reviewing his program, right? This is my healthcare notebook, right? So all of these notes, as I'm going through the modules, let me show you how one of my pages is set up. So it starts off with the program. You go through establishing your LLC, like ways to brainstorm a name, your mission statement, your business bank account, just straight to the point, things that you need to do, and on a shoestring budget. And he actually used the term shoestring budget, and I was like, you know what, that makes sense, because if you still have to work, go to school, you have a family, you may or may not have the funds necessary to go out and not only start your business, but you have to pay for insurance, or you have to buy business cards or brochures, or just different things, which can be costly. But the way he lays it out, let me show you how my page is, all the information that I have. Look at this. Look at these notes. I know it's backwards, but I'm just showing you how much information it is. And this is just a page. So I'm going through, and instead of me having to call him every 5 minutes, I'm like, you know what? I did hear this in a video. So let me go back through my notes and figure out where it was and exactly what I need to do. So not at every point in the business training, I bought the Business in a Box, by the way. At every point of the business training, you may not be to that point in setting up your business. So once he was actually, like, when Alan was reviewing, like when he was explaining the business insurance, okay, I hadn't got to that point yet, but I still wrote down the notes. I was still writing down who he recommended or how to do it and who to talk to. So when it came through something, as he wrote down the like when he recommended the books, like you have a required reading, I ordered those books on Audible. And I would listen to them whenever I wasn't doing a module. I would listen to the books. I'm in my car listening to books. My 3-year-old is in the back seat listening to books with me. So, you know, and it's just the program is very detailed to the point where you pretty much just got your degree in business, setting up your entire business. And it's not just home health care. He's a business coach, so you can take these principles and apply them in whatever business. Like this page, talk about time, you know, have a productivity planner and your daily GPS. What's your list of distractions? You know, so it's really laid out. And I want you to know that you have not only Alan's support, but you have other people who went through the process, who are going through the process, and who are just there to help, because you're in business by you're in business by yourself, but you're not alone. So he teaches you who to network with. And I mean, I'm telling you, this program, if I would have bought it 4 years ago, man, my life would have absolutely been different way before now. So and also with the modules, you have access to them to go back and listen to it. So once you purchase your business in the box, you can download the files. Oh, that's another thing. Let me show you this. So what he has, I'm telling you, this man is genius. And you don't think that it would be this detailed, because it's really inexpensive. And when I say inexpensive, for a couple $100, you just completely changed your life. So what I did, I told you I'm already like a little OCD. So you have different record of admissions, employment interviews, like applications for employment, client profile. Then he sets up like how to hire your caregivers, how to find clients. Just I can't say enough. Rate schedule, like what to charge. And every market is different. He even goes through that. So in Ohio, I don't have a home health care fee. Like there's not a fee for me to start the entire process. And different states there is. I remember a young woman saying that in Texas, I think it's like $1,700 to get started. So different places, different requirements. And also, the support, the documents. So everything you need is really in Business in a Box. And then he has other programs. He has another program that it's more about the marketing, like how to really get out there and find your clients. And I remember Sweet Maya saying that she had everything set up, but she was shy. She didn't know how to like break the ice when she went out to these places and met with the skilled like assisted livings or the nursing homes. She didn't know what to say. Guess what? There's scripts for that. Guess what? There's ideas for business cards and brochures and actually what they use. So I like this program because it's not like he's sitting back like, oh yeah, do this because I think it works. No, he actually knows it works because he's been through that, the whole process. So everything that he's telling you, he's done. And it's not like, and he's a real person. So when I talk to him on the phone, you can tell that he loves what he does. He loves people and he has patience, because I'm the person that's going to ask 100,000 questions. So that's why I make my own notebook and I'm like, all right. So I go back and it's like, I'll re-listen to something when I'm not busy or if I'm confused or anything. And I'm like, all right, well, he did say that, you know, you go in, you talk talk about Alzheimer care, or just different ideas. So I want you to know that the business in a box and the marketing program, like, these programs are really worth it. So don't think that because they're inexpensive that they're cheap. No, you basically just bought you a bachelor's degree in business for like that couple $100. And look at this. Look at this right here. The Indeed account, how to set it up. This is like recruiting, like social media, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook ads. I just take notes. Don't just go through the program and then think like, this is a waste of time. It didn't work. No, you're going to have to apply yourself. And I'm not saying like you don't have to do it 24 hours in a day. No, he explains what block time is. And if you're in business for yourself, you're going to work harder for yourself. So I know I've said a lot, but he even tells you as far as like uniforms, like what should you have your people wear? Stuff that you don't think about going into your business. Stuff that business school is not getting ready to teach you. I mean, or you may learn it, but it's going to take you like 4 years to get there. Why not sit down and do this? It took, what was it, like 5 modules. I had 4 required readings. The books were amazing. I still listen to the books and take notes. So 11 minutes later, I just want you to know that Chantel Stewart, you probably can't see that, the CEO of Cherish Healthcare, has a real business because of Alan Chaney. And the process was amazing. You're going to love who you become in the process. Your posture is going to change. Like, your habits are going to change. You're going to look presentable every day. He's going to tell you, like, listen, people are watching. People are watching. And every time you go out, you represent your business. You represent you. So go ahead and invest in you. That's all I got to say. Hey, thanks for watching. Bye.